Good evening, everybody. Oh, you couldn't even see me. Good evening, everybody. Oh, my goodness. It's a pleasure to see all of you today. My Lord, it has been a while. School has been absolutely kicking my butt, and I just got another 5 weeks to go. But that hasn't stopped me from hunting for bourbon. So I decided I would show you guys what kind of month I've had for just purchasing. I mean, I've spent a crazy amount of money on bourbon this month, but it was worth it. Like, it was totally worth it. And I guess I should start off with the least exciting one that I got. It was this Russell's Reserve 10-year. There's a laser code debacle going on with it. Apparently, the LLME 17 and the LLME 20 contains Russell's Reserve leftover 15-year-old barrels. So this is a 17. It's neither confirmed nor denied. But I mean, when you smell this, I mean, the nose is probably the best on this whiskey. It's the best thing about this particular Russell's Reserve 10-year. And the finish is just like no other. I mean, it's only 90 proof, so it's not going to like knock your socks off, but man, this nose just smells fantastic, like old wild turkey. And not just like 10-year-old wild turkey. It smells delectable. This just is amazing. So I picked up 3 bottles of this from my local Wegmans. They had it. They were the only place in town that had that particular laser code. Don't worry, I checked them all. That's really good. So picked up 3 bottles of this. Was very excited about it. But that's not even the coolest part about my week. So the next thing that I picked up, Old Overholt 11. This I got for $99.99. Great deal. I drove over to Pennsylvania. It's not distributed in New Jersey, at least where I'm at. I picked this up. I tried it. I like it. It's got a great finish. It's just sweet. It's low proof. I have no complaints about it. I think this is really good whiskey in here. Or I'm sorry, rye whiskey. And I can't wait till they try to do a 12-year. I was going to buy a backup of this, but I want to try the set. Well, chances are I'm not going to be able to find another backup anymore of this. $100 is pretty steep, but I'm leaning towards the idea that I want to save my money for when I go to Sagamore at the end of this month. This is November. I'm talking about everything that happened in October. I'm going to save my money to buy some Sagamore goodies, like the 9-year and maybe the port finish. But honorable mention, this was a really good bottle. Speaking of this bottle and the shape of this bottle, I got Old Granddad 16. Not just one. I got 2. 2 of them. This was before all the reviews came out. I like Old Granddad 14. This is the 16-year. It's low proof, but I think it's deep, it's decadent, it's light. I could drink this all night and not be upset. And I think people had a lot of expectations for this bottle that make it out to be a bad bottle or like a bad value. It's 16-year-old whiskey from a major distillery. It's really, really, really good whiskey. Is it the best thing I've ever had? No. Do I wish I paid less for it? I got this for $189.99, both bottles, which I thought was a great deal. You know, I'm not going to complain. It's really, really good whiskey. So, anyway, let's see what else I got here. Oh, so, highlight of my whiskey travels, I found this Four Roses single barrel strength. It is an OBSV. It's 10 years, 4 months old. It is a floor 6, and it is 63.9% alcohol by volume, so about 128 proof. and I got this for $74.99. I mean, when I saw the price on this, I thought it was a mislabel, so I had to buy one. I've got a ton of these right now, but I had to buy one. I mean, for $74.99 for a Flora 6, it's over 10 years old. Barrel strength at 128. Come on. Okay, come on. See what else I got. I'm actually going to put this back in its bag. Okay. So I did manage to snag a Jack Daniel's single barrel proof rye. This is not a Coy Hill, unfortunately, or from the Coy Hill. This is about 135.2 proof. I still haven't opened it, but I've heard nothing but good things. It comes from a trusted source over by my parents' house. They had this, and I was going to buy a second one. They were a little pricey. I think they were $79.99, but they had something else on the shelf. They had this. Oh. A Coy Hill bundle. You get a single barrel 94 proof. You get a barrel strength at, I think it's 128 proof, same single barrel. And you get a Coy Hill for $349.99. This one is 130.9 proof. I mean, how can I say no to that? That's just such a great price. And I picked this one up, and then I got a phone call from a friend of mine, and he said, hey, there's this liquor store up north that's selling bottles of Coy Hill. Do you want one? I said, what? It's like, yeah. So what do you think I did? Got a second one. Lower proof. I think this one is 128 on the dot. Yep, 128 on the dot. So, wow. Just, all you got to do is just be in the right place at the right time. So, I ended up spending about $300 for this one, $350 for this bundle, so maybe like $240 for this Coy Hill, and the other two I'll probably gift or drink. But then I found two of these, and I might have a line on a third, but for $400, I'm not going to do that. Let's see. So I picked up a little bit of a trade bait. I didn't know if I would grab it or not. So when I saw the price at $74.99, I got one of these Maker's Mark heart releases. I thought, okay, I could trade it for something. Who knows what somebody would like. They're everywhere in New Jersey. I picked this up in Pennsylvania, and I wanted the Lost Recipe. I know there's a couple Costco's up north that have them, but I just picked this up for trade. I have no interest in drinking it. I'm not a fan. And if you live in PA right now, they're dropping Cellar's Age right now, the 2024 release. Not interested. I don't care for it. And speaking of trades, I made a trade. So for $50 cash and an Old Weller antique, I picked up this Jack Daniel's twice barreled. This is the American single malt sherry finished that they released 2 years ago. This one is 106.7 proof. So I think this is like right around the middle proofs that they released. I think they were like at 104 to 107. I don't like Weller products, and I bought the Old Weller Antique 107 for trade. So to be able to convert that into, a medium Jack Daniel's special release for $50 and an Old Weller Antique, come on, no brainer. And besides, with Jack Daniel's, I've yet to have a bad special release from Jack Daniel's. So that pretty much is everything I picked up for this lovely month of October. I mean, you want to talk about a great haul. Holy freaking crap. I might have a lead on a Russell's 15. That's the goal. I'm going to try to trade one of these for a Russell's 15. I don't think it's going to happen. I'm trying to find a Four Roses Limited. Not going to happen. But I'm going to be, if I just walk away with these two bottles and my old granddad 16 and this for what I picked up allocated this year, I'm happy. I can't complain. So thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. I'm so happy and excited that I got all these really good bottles. And I'm going to open up one of these bottles of Jack Daniels for Christmas. So have a great rest of the night and goodbye.